And you're doing the Carolines thing this weekend, right?
Yeah. And then I'm doing guest sets on Rich's show at Bananas.
Really?
I'm commuting up to Poughkeepsie. So,
for one.
I just want to.
Oh, wow.
I just want to go.
liked it. I liked it, too.
I like it bigly.
It wasn't bad.
No, Mike's doing something different, though. Friday.
He's making money. Compared to me and Boss selling crack to kids up in Westchester.
Yeah, but at least we do it. Oh, forget it.
Oh, good. He completely lost confidence.
At least we.
Wow. All right, Babiglia moves on, and Voss is knocked out.
Look at the bracket.
Bracket brawl.
This is comedy madness.
I remember.
Yeah, we're going to do Comedy Madness on our show. We're going to invite all the guys in.
When I moved to New York City, Rich was so funny. I remember that so well. No,
Look at Rich. He just looks. Rich looks so dejected and disgusted.
No, it's
We're
just
big
funny.
is singing him today.
Well, you know what? This is going to build his self-esteem. Keep going.
No, he's
I'm done.
He's
Taking
good.
his shots.
That's it?
He's not
He
stupid.
knows when to take the jump
Oh,
shot.
that was good.
Yeah.
He knows. He sat at the table
What
at
do
the
you
cellar.
hear?
He knows.
I know. What are you
Listen.
here, practicing for Bob and Tom for next week?
What is that?
I don't know.
We have
even mean?
We have a traitor among us.
No. Are you kidding me?
We don't.
He'd sell out anywhere.
Mike is doing.
right.
I want to get the plug-in. Tonight at Caroline's, he's doing a different show than tomorrow night at Caroline's, which will be different from his Sunday show.
Yeah,
Three
we're doing
different shows
Three
and 3
different
nights.
Yeah, and the Sunday night one, people, the first 100 people who show up get a free copy of my DVD, which isn't out yet, called "What I Should Have Said Was Nothing." So
Wow.
that's a good
thinking.
a good feature.
See,
yeah,
that's marketing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I gave out Rich Voss keychains.
I'm the Dane Cook of comedy.
It's like Ron Popeil, this guy. He's-
You know what?
Just
That is
set
a
it and forget
great
it.
Marketing.
You think I should say that?
No, the DVD. I can't believe.
Yeah, why not? Right?
I know they cost like
It's like,
nothing.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
want people to have them. That's a
you
good
know.
thing to do.
It's smart.
Maybe I should make one.
He's smart. The Dane Cook of comedy. We're trying to come up with a name for this this show if they pick it up for Comedy Central, and we're thinking naming
Call it cancel.
Seinfeld.
No, we're thinking of naming it Seinfeld.
Let's call it Seinfeld.
I'm serious. Just
People
spell it slightly
tune
different.
You're just going to get some.
Put the I in front of the E.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're going to get some peripheral viewers that, they'll watch a little bit of it and go, where's Seinfeld?
Where's the wacky neighbor?
Yeah.
You guys have such a highly rated first 10 minutes.
Hey, is it true, Toucher and Rich? We love these guys up there in Boston. They're doing the worst comedian brackets.
Oh wow.
That would be a funny
Worst
bit.
comedian brackets.
You get you get 16 of the worst and have
the
them
winner
battle it
is
out.
Lisa
Like
Lampanelli.
hacks.
That's a great idea. If they're doing that, that's a great idea, man.
Like Sinbad against
Gallagher,
Yakov Smirnoff. I would have to pick Yakov. Probably one of the worst comics ever
Yeah.
to just
make it?
hack up a stage.
I'll tell you though, I was in Springfield last week at the airport, and that's
Yeah.
where Branson is. That's
Yeah, that's where
yeah.
he's got his own house.
he has his own theater. He
Yes.
doesn't even perform at the theater. It's
Really?
just his name.
Oh, is that
That's
right?
how rich he is.
I know.
The Yakov Smirnoff Theater.
Wow. Well, now
Yeah.
what happens if Gallagher had to go against his brother? Because, you know.
I don't know. Let me go home and mull it over for you.
In the mallet match.
All right, listen, we're gonna move on.
Beat each other. That's what I'd like to see.
The citrus fight.
That's how they should just settle it with those big mallets over each other's watermelon heads.
Gave his brothers that. And there was a comic, Ron Gallagher. It was Gallagher 2 that went out, and he said, Gallagher 2, audience nothing.
Very funny.
Hey, we got a woman that was forced to remove a nipple ring at an airport, and it's becoming a big story. That what's her name? That
Chelsea Clinton.
No, that lawyer lady that takes on all women.
Gloria Allred.
Yeah, she's on this.
I hope she finds a lump in her armpit the size of a grapefruit tonight.
Yeah, I don't like her either, Nick. But I would.
I didn't say
I think you
malignant.
might-
I mean, just a lump.
I think you might hate her a little more than me.
Just
Might
a-
go away the next day. She might be swollen.
Yeah,
from something.
like a clogged paw from roll-on. I'm not
Right,
talking
you
about
know,
cancer.
Could be anything.
Come on, that was horrible.
We'll talk about things like that when Rich Voss is sitting here.
That's okay.
With
Why,
pretty
you
much a
cancer?
little juice box on his kidney that has to be poked.
I know. I think it's so big.
He's got a little juice
A little
box.
straw sticking out.
Straw in there. He's got an old sippy cup kidney.
When they take the liquid out, we're giving free Mike Birbiglia DVDs away for the first 5 doctors that show up.
Rich, I'm only laughing because you're plugging my DVD. But
Bigley ain't playing.
No, he knows how to play.
I just flew in. I came from the airport, literally.
Really?
Yeah.
Where were you?
Usually that's what I was.
I was in Los Angeles we're shooting a pilot for CBS.
Whoa.
Which is why.
How's that going?
Which is why. They're making me get skinnier. You know.
Oh,
skinny,
really?
You know, because I'm.
What are you, Roseanne Barr? You're
No,
fine.
I know. That's how I feel. I mean, I don't have like a weight problem, but I'm like the guy who could put the brakes on an orgy.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, "Is he invited? Why is he eating a stuffed crust pizza? That is not hot." But no, but I do have issues with I mean, because I Google myself. I'm sure you do that, right?
I Google
Well, if
you
we got
all the
lotion
time.
handy.
I want my free DVD.
Last year, someone wrote on their blog that I was pudgy and awkward.
Like that's a bad thing for a leading man on a sitcom? That's all they
Yeah.
have now.
Awkward. They said I was awkward.
Oh,
and that I wasn't feeling great about myself already. Like, I've reached this point in my life where I don't look in the mirror anymore because I get angry. Like, I feel like I'm complaining about a bad call a ref just made. I'm like, come on. You're blind if you're leaving the house like that. And the ref is God, and the competing teams are my gut and my receding hairline. And it's a close game because my gut is large and my hairline is fast. And I'm all riled up. I'm about to charge the field, and then the guy comes by with fried dough, and I'm like, next time.
Folks,
Somebody's been writing.
Too.
It's
DVD.
That's not on it.
Shut up.
That was a great bit, Mike.
That's a very good bit, Rich. Stop.
Absolutely.
Rich just hates something called writing.
Yeah, you can learn a thing or two
It's
from
something
Mike.
Rich
You
is
know what? Quit
so
tell you something.
unfamiliar
Quit
with.
showing off your discipline.
Bandwagon jackos. Okay, if I came in and did that, you would throw me out the door. Okay, if I recited anything.
Yeah, because we'd say you're not Rich Voss. Get out of here. He's an imposter.
Yeah, what'd you do to the real Rich Voss? Let's go to Mark in Boston listening on BCN. Mark, what's up?
Mark.
Yeah, they think Jay Leno's going to take it all the way for the worst comedian.
Wait, you got info on the Touch and Rich thing?
Yeah, they expect Jay Leno to take it the whole way.
Wow. But
He's been pretty successful.
There's a discrepancy there because I think you were going to say the same thing. He was supposedly an amazing
He's an
comedian.
excellent. I saw him, man, in the 80s. I mean, all these young kids know him from The Tonight Show. They're like, he's not funny. Should have seen him in the 80s. This guy could own a room.
And he
I
can do
mean,
hours.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and crush with, you know.
He's funny on the Tonight Show.
No, I wouldn't go to him.
Talked about how UFOs landed in the middle of the country and Bob Buki and his cousin Weenie would find. I remember some of the old
Cliff Marks
Leno bits.
writes that Touch and Rich yesterday, they had Dave Coulier
Oh, there you go.
beating out Margaret Cho and Robin Williams. Robin Williams beating out Jeff Foxworthy
Now
for
they're
worst
on the-
comedian.
now they're on
Today
the
it's Jimmy Fallon versus Adam Sandler.
Now they're on the right track.
I got to give it.
Right.
I got to give it.
Absolutely.
Once again, I got to give it to Touch and Rich. That's a great idea. Make
That's
sure
a
you
good one.
tune them in today on BCN.
Do they have a catchy name for it? I'd like to know what their little catchy name is.
Dave Coulier.
See, this is like, that's thinking. Everyone's doing this dumb band versus band thing across America.
Yeah.
We're not the only station doing this here in New York.
And we've just been, so lazy we didn't even come up with anything.
Well, good point.
we didn't do anything. We're looking at a board that was made up and drawn up. Someone had to make that
You don't have
stupid
to.
thing.
You have the worst comics live every day in here. No need for a competition. It's playing out right before your eyes.
Good point.
We're courtside.
All right, here's,
That's great.
and then when we run out
Got
of
Spike Lee seats over here.
things to do, we just play audio clips of news stories.
Jesus Christ, we suck. We should have a radio show bracket. O&A win.
You guys could be in the room next to him in his basement doing.
We should be the final bore.
Right. I think we're taking on Mason and Kolinsky. Lingy-lungy. Beep, 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 beep. You want the nipple story or what?
Who doesn't?
I did set it up. So, woman forced to remove nipple ring at airport there, Mike. Want to include you
Nipple
here.
ring.
It's a big story.
Wow. I don't have much to add, but
Wait, well, you might though. Listen to the audio.
This Texas woman says Transportation Security Administration agents put her through something she wouldn't wish on anyone. Mandy Hamlin says
drop
the
the
federal
nose cadence,
officers
you
at
douche.
this Lubbock airport told her if she wanted to board her flight, she'd have to remove her nipple rings.
A nipple ring. Well, she was at the airport. It's a phony voice.
After she ate sushi.
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 She had to remove the nipple ring from her, the piercing. She had sushi on it. Sushi. That guy annoyed me all night long. I couldn't think of
Mike, we do
anything but
callbacks on the
sushi.
show.
Yeah.
We did some yesterday, and the guy said sushi. Really weird.
It was some English guy who had the delivery that every English newsman has, where they have to talk like this. And then she drowned in the Thames. What is that whole thing at the end? Liverpudlian. Oh.
I get annoyed with news where they treat every story with the same level of importance, and they'll have like the laser sounds. It'll be like, "Pachoo! Are your kids having sex at the mall?" I don't even have kids. I'm like, are they? I gotta make sure they're not having sex at the mall.
I gotta get down to the mall.
Question is, can I watch from one of those benches?
I say sushi kind of weird.
Sushi.
No, this
And
guy,
that's what he said.
This guy's got you beat, Rich.
He's like, yes.
Sushi.
I don't even remember the story, but it was
We're trying to
sushi.
find it. We don't have half our staff because this dopey station here in New York figured it. You know, the Opie and Anthony don't need their staff. Will send most of their staff down to WrestleMania for 3 days.
Jimmy Norton's out doing gigs on the West Coast.
We lost E-Rock.
We lost E-Rock
Sam,
and Sam.
and other guys you don't know about. You know, but they're all down there in Florida for 3 days for WrestleMania. The station in New York thought it was very important for them to fly out
Because
very early
Vegas
for
learned
WrestleMania.
about the casino business.
But you picked up you picked up Boss. You got DePaulo. You got Birbiglia.
I know,
it's
we're
the same-
set.
It's
We're
the same
oh,
crew.
Seriously, this
It's
place is
unbelievable.
dripping with talent.
Tripping with something.
I hear the
Boss's kidney.
banana with sunglasses is going to come by from the.
Dare to dream.
Oh, how do we have to play the whole clip just to get to the?
Just to get to sushi.
This from yesterday.
I want to hear this idiot say sushi.
Horseradish. You're most likely to have come across it as the powerful paste wasabi that's eaten with sushi.
You dumb
It
limey.
really is funny, no matter how many times you hear it.
Eaten with sushi.
Wait, I gotta hear it again now.
Of course we do.
I'm so glad that it's early in the clip.
I like
It's horseradish. You're most likely to have come across it as the powerful paste wasabi that's eaten with sushi.
Sushi.
powerful paste.
Powerful paste.
Taste.
What a dink.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Powerful paste is their complexion. English.
Let's go back to Boston. We love
They
Boston.
have the teeth.
Big hello to everyone listening on BCN. Rick, what's up?
Hi. You're talking about the comic knockoff. I don't think they actually have a name for it.
No.
They already did the rock and roll one.
All right.
Oh, they did? So they just decided to go with the comics? That's a good idea.
When the comic wins, like the
Hey,
Robin
Rick.
Williams.
Hey,
and
Rick, it
Iris
says
Joe.
on the phone here, more info on Toucher and Rich Comedian contest.
Remember the good old days?
How about the more info part?
Remember the good old days when people were nervous about calling the radio show? Like I better have something interesting to say.
Exactly. Now they just call up, hey, how you doing? You know that thing you talked about? Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, so I figured I'd call.
I listened to that.
They don't
Good.
even ask for gifts from this station either. They just call. They don't expect anything.
No prizes. What do you got? We have no
All right,
prizes.
back to Nipple Lady.
Told her if she wanted to board her flight, she'd have to remove her nipple rings.
Pause.
Oh, he knew he had something good. Her nipple ring.
Nipple rings.
Play that up. 12-minute dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Rings. Something she says she has never had to do in order to clear airport security.
It was just total humiliation. In front of
How is it humiliation? You got a nipple ring.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
humiliated
Did they
are
lay
you?
on the?
Come on.
Do you have to do it on the conveyor belt, lay on your back? You dumb whore. Take the metal out of you. Oops.
Right, I feel safer. Just take your medal out.
Yeah.
Out.
Her piercing was a 38. which is a little odd.
How does a girl with a nipple ring get
Feel humiliated. She got it at the mall a week ago with people watching in front of the Orange Julius. Some guy with a rusty pair of pliers. And...
Her father stood next to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Humiliated. Humiliated. Oh, God. Shut up.
She's on the nose.
It was just total humiliation.
Yeah.
In front of people I have no earthly idea who they were.
You gonna cry now, bitch?
Who did the piercing?
That I felt like DePaulo crossed the line there.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it was in your tone, but it felt so real.
Oh, when he called her a whore?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was real emotion.
Well, this touches home with me, this story. It happened to me once. I had to take my nipple ring out at Westchester Airport.
And she was flying to do another dollhouse in Florida or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. She's on the dollhouse tour. She's being humiliated in an airport.
Now, the 37-year-old woman is demanding an apology and a civil rights investigation.
Oh, for
into the
Christ's
incident.
sake.
High-profile attorney Gloria Allred has taken up her cause.
The conduct of TSA was cruel and unnecessary.
You.
The last time that I checked, a nipple was not a dangerous weapon.
The ring is stupid.
It's first of all, yeah, it's not the nipple. Pull it off like Odd Job and wing it, take someone's head off. What are you going to do?
They didn't cut her nipple off. It's not a third world country. They cut the ring out. It went off. I mean, the TSA, they stripped me down last week.
They're the worst.
Did they?
It was unbelievable what they made me go through. And I was yelling at him. He goes, supervisor, you know.
Strip you down, really?
Yell at him. What do you do? You know, the people don't understand certain things. You're not going to win with the police and with airport security.
Yeah.
You can't argue yourself and call them names and they're going to go, all right, you're free to go. It doesn't work. Airport security, if you say things to them and start arguing, you go into the back room, they'll put a glove on, and then they'll really, you know,
do they really?
Inspect you.
Remember, didn't Kevin Meaney get arrested?
Yeah, Kevin Meaney got arrested.
Yeah. His kid ran away. He was a kid and he's gay. That's kind of weird.
That's why the kid ran away.
Now it's making sense, this whole story. Forget about what I said. But he told me right after it happened. His kid ran away behind the security. He went to chase his own kid, and they stopped him and tackled him.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, there was some threats of firearms and stuff. He had talked about having a rifle, and they arrested him. Took him in.
Stephen S. from Bayshore. Ope, you were right. Nick is very bitter. It's fantastic.
Thank you. From where? Long Island?
Yeah, Stephen S. He's a regular.
They enjoy that down there.
Here's more of the nipple story.
Hamlin's ordeal all started when an officer waved a metal detector wand in front of Hamlin's chest, and it went off.
I offered to show him, and no one would look at it. I even offered to show the gentleman, the last guy that came over, and he was, pretty much demanded me to take him out. And,
okay. Now it's making more sense. Okay, it's making more sense now. She says it goes off. She was willing to show and say, look, I have a nipple ring. They said, no, we don't want to look. Take it out and put it in the little thing, whatever, because they probably can't be looking at girls' cans.
Right.
Well, there's a fine line between a nipple ring and pulling the pin on a grenade.
You don't know what that is.
Imagine there's a grenade in there.
Grenade
instead of a breast implant.
Yeah,
these are terrorists we're
You
talking
better
about.
start running.
She could have been Al Qaeda, this bitch.
They did stuff with the shoot bomber guy, came up with. Maybe this is the new thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Grenades in the boobs.
Pull the pins.
Wait, so she was humiliated, but she was willing to show.
Exactly.
Shut up.
She's willing to show the inspector, the nipple ring in her nipple. But since they said no,
maybe because it was the first 2 weeks, and with piercings, you got to keep them in so that they stick. I'm just speaking technically about piercings.
Yeah, Rich was thinking he was doing a joke there. Maybe he was just giving us some knowledge.
I was listening to him. He was talking. I was giving him the...
You're on the edge of your seat, waiting for him to mess up.
No, I'm not.
You really are just... You're like one of those sucker fish with sharks, just waiting for some little tidbit to come your way.
There's got to be something wrong with what he's going to say. There's got to be some flaw in logic.
Track 4. I was listening to
it. It was just how you were looking at it.
Maybe if
you're
you
like,
went
I think
to
he's finally going to bomb. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the one I could jump on.
You're supposed to
It's
look
like
him in the
Kevin
eye
Meaney
when
looking at a
talking.
Cub Scout.
God.
Kevin, you know I'm kidding out there.
We are the world.
Yeah.
Who's this black magic woman? Don't run with that penis in your hand. You'll knock your eye out.
We're going to lose the house.
That's dead on.
Look, Kevin,
You're gonna lose the house.
Yeah, Anthony does everybody.
The goddamn house.
all I ask, he's just got to drop the "We Are the World" bit.
That's the signature bit. What are you kidding?
It's 2008.
Is he still doing it?
I saw him a couple years ago.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
still
yeah.
doing the "We Are the World" bit. You got to stop.
He dropped a couple of the singers because they're dead.
Are you guys going to come to my show this weekend? I know you. Say you will.
Well. And where is that?
I'm
Sorry.
going to tell the
Poughkeepsie.
sleepwalking story that I was telling you guys last time.
Which is,
I have to go to the show. I'm doing the sound.
You should come Saturday, though, to the sleepwalk show. That's probably the most interesting one.
it's 3 nights at Caroline's, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 different shows with Mike Birbiglia.
I don't know if you know this, Rich, I have like an actual sleepwalking issue. Like I take pills for it and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You jumped out of a window once.
Literally.
Get out of here.
I jumped out of a window.
Yeah.
Second-story window.
Landed on Eric Clapton's kid.
All right, this is what we're going to do.
Not funny. Not funny.
I'm attempting to build what's called TSL. So that's a fine tease. We're going to have you retell the story after the break there, Mike.
Sounds good.
But first, we're going to get to the end of this nipple thing, too. The end of the nipple story.
And he said that he couldn't look at him.
Hamlin says she was told to remove the jewelry, but when she tried to do that, she had trouble taking one of the piercings out. During the news conference Thursday, Hamlin demonstrated how she had to use a pair of pliers to get one of the rings off.
As Ms. Hamlin struggled to remove the piercing behind the curtain, she could hear a growing number of predominantly male TSA officers
here we go. She's a dyke.
snickering in the background.
Snickering.
Allred says if her client doesn't get an apology,
snickering.
they may consider legal action.
Yeah.
TSA officials say they are reviewing the case to make sure the agency's policies
I can't take
were
it.
followed.
Can't take it no more.
TNA officials?
I
What?
can't take it.
The TNA official.
She's a whore with morals. The guy doing the announcing is a phony with his fake pauses. I can't take the world I'm living in no more. Take them all and shoot them. Gloria Allred, the dirty dyke lawyer.
There's no way off of this planet.
Pliers.
There isn't.
It really bugs me that I can't just leave.
Exactly.
If we could just get Nick to shoot all these people, and then we could just have mostly nicked Apollos, it'd be such a great world. We'd really,
Mike, I've been defending you up to this point, but I didn't appreciate that type of sucker. I'm the only guy on your side in this room. Okay?
It's a respectful thing.
I'll take the leash off Voss and let him loose on you.
All right, Voss is sitting. Hold on, we got to take a break. We really do. We could continue, certainly.
This show is terrific.
I love it. I actually love this one today. Voss at Bananas in Poughkeepsie tonight and tomorrow. More with everybody after the break. Opie and Anthony. I loved your observation just now, Nick. Nick DiPaolo in studio. It's the Opie and Anthony show. You notice that Anthony likes to do a little of that multitasking.
What?
Typing away over there.
I text.
Type.
He's like, I'm saying hi to my fans. I go, you have to do that to get popular?
Occasionally.
I'm even... I send out like a mass message in my MySpace. You know? Hey, quit bothering me. That's my message.
I like the personal touch. You know, individual attention. That's what we give people on... What?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I was on...
Yeah, all right.
On what pal is it? Pal chat?
Pal Talk.
Pal Talk.
I was on Pal Talk last night.
Uh-huh.
And
why? Because
it was
you wanted what? To be in touch with the fans?
Yeah, a little bit. That's what Pal Talk is all about.
Yeah.
Actually, we were having a gun show. There was a little gun show going on Pal Talk last night. A couple of the other
Just
people
for the fans, right?
had guns.
Is that like PayPal? I confused the two. Kind of costing me $4,500 to say hello to some girl in South Africa.
No. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Man loves the fans.
Nice community.
Wants to be in contact with them 24 hours a day. That's what he does.
You let them see you at home?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. It seems weird that strangers are looking at you in your home with all your Nazi paraphernalia.
How else are they
Nazi paraphernalia on display?
Of course he lets them.
What are you talking about, Voss? Your wife does it.
I don't.
She's got a webcam in the shower.
She just gave birth. That's really nice.
Another one?
No, don't.
Oh, Jesus.
She bounced back well, though.
They were like twins 6 months apart.
She just pretty much gave up on you now. Is that
her birthday? I got to get her something
today.
Yes.
You forgot?
Who are you kidding? It's already, you picked it out a week ago. You shake it in your shoes. Come on.
No, I didn't get it. I'll get her something at the outlets on the way to Poughkeepsie.
My girlfriend and I were hanging out with Rich and Bonnie at where was it? At one of these tapings.
I don't even remember.
And Rich looks at my girlfriend and goes, "She's way out of your league." And I look over at Bonnie. I'm like, "What are you talking about? What leg do you have to stand on?" And Boss goes, "Yeah, she's damaged goods."
Oh, God damn. Oh, you are a bastard.
I loved.
That's a good line. Oh,
she's damaged goods.
Got to the V's. Here's the thing.
Also, she's Canadian, so she's got to stick around.
I got to tell you,
she's got to stay in this marriage for a while.
I got a resume of the girls I've been with. I mean, some of them pictures of it. Some of the hottest girls that I don't know. I mean, they cry during sex, or they,
yeah, because they're doing it with you.
Or they were cutters.
I'm banging a strong middle.
Co-middle, okay? I'm a co-middle. All right? To get people on my show, I'm giving free Mike Birbiglia DVDs away. I bought them from him. And
will that be the What I Should Have
part of
Said Was Nothing DVD, right? Did I get that right?
That's the one, yeah.
Okay.
Catchy.
Hey, let's do a little Bigfoot news.
No, this is the guy that said he was sexually assaulted by Bigfoot.
Yeah. We could have either done this story or the man charged with having sex with picnic table. Excuse me. Is that really a story today? Yeah. God, we got to save that one for Bob Kelly because he has sex with the sinks.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Picnic table. I hope it was Naughty Pine.
57-year-old Gene Morrill will serve.
Same guy. You got a new source. Is this the same guy from the last story?
It is possible. I'm not quite sure.
Possible. Not probable.
Why does he insist on, staying in the news voice persona with these wacky stories?
57-year-old Gene Morrill will serve 20 years in prison for molestation charges. He pleaded guilty in a Virginia court.
Does everyone have to sound like Rush Limbaugh? You hear the Rush Limbaugh?
Yeah,
now?
absolutely.
Yes.
Excellence in broadcasting. Bigfoot.
57-year-old Gene Morrill will serve 20 years in prison for molestation charges. He pleaded guilty in a Virginia court for his attempts to solicit 13-year-old boys over the Internet. But Morrill is making molestation charges of his own. He reportedly is telling an investigator that he had been sexually assaulted by the legendary Bigfoot in New Hampshire. Here, the creature is...
Wait, in New Hampshire?
New Hampshire.
What was Shaq doing in New Hampshire?
Exactly. Water skiing.
Patrick Ewing bangs him in New Hampshire.
He's touched by Big Pappy at a rest area in Durham.
New Hampshire?
I believe.
There's no Bigfoot's in New Hampshire.
Bigfoot's in the Pacific Northwest, right?
I've been all around New Hampshire.
He takes JetBlue now. You haven't heard?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, he's got a summer home on Lake Winnipesaukee.
Why is this news guy calling this dope out? There's no Bigfoots in New Hampshire.
Just a Greek chick that I dated.
In New Hampshire. Here, the creature is supposedly caught on film over the years. The Bigfoot claim brought some Snickers.
Are you serious?
I think he's an idiot. I take him very seriously because I know that Mr. Morrill has issues.
The Fredericksburg Freelance Star newspaper reports Morrill's mental health became an issue that his defense used to seek leniency from the judge.
I've had a few that claimed abuse, but never by a mythical creature.
This is Stafford County undercover detective Darrell Wells, who built the case against Morrill.
He is a sexual predator that targets children.
But there was no leniency from the judge. He declared Morrill competent to stand trial, then sentenced him to 20 years.
Who's your Bigfoot?
I was touched by the Loch Ness Monster.
Why would you say it was Bigfoot.
Well, because everybody that does that does look at the person's feet to see if it's going to be worthwhile. You know?
Yeah.
Or the hands. That's why no one ever approaches me.
Oh, big feet, big hands, big. Oh, okay. So
It's quite a leap.
Then you assume if Bigfoot molested you, you really got molested.
Yeah, well, that's just.
That story kind of just stands on its own, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's really
what do you
nothing
want
there.
from us? 15 minutes on this?
Yeah, come
The
on.
story itself is good enough.
Guy was molested by Bigfoot.
Right.
Ta-da.
Exactly. Yeah. And scene.
Scene.
And cut.
Oh, what's the matter, Voss? Voss had a point to make.
Go ahead, Voss.
Nothing. The finger went up and forget it.
Yeah.
How could you tell?
Couldn't see.
Thought you were raising a fist. How could you
Those
tell there was a
little-
finger in there somewhere?
Little fingers.
Wow, they are tiny, man. Look at that.
I know. You look like a guy who cut half his fingers off on a chainsaw. You know the stubs are left? You have stubs with nails on
I
them.
got small hands
Not
too.
smaller
though.
than this. I play baseball with golf balls.
That is a small hand.
It's like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, you really do have tiny
Got
hands.
like a hamburger helper hand. Just
a little Pillsbury.
yeah, whatever.
You
Right.
can shake hands comfortably with a squirrel.
Wow.
Ow, it's getting late. Ow.
Ow. Hey, we started a bit yesterday with Nick DiPaolo, and I think we could continue today. It's a slow news day, obviously. If we're talking about claims of Bigfoot molesting people, we got more slow news stories.
People are dying in Iraq. We're talking about Bigfoot.
Oh, I know.
I'm paying attention. Over 4,000, my friend.
I know. Wow, that's not bad.
Here's more slow news.
5 years.
Seymour, a rare white camel, is much better after being treated at the UW Vet Hospital. His owners took him there because he was very weak. He was given llama plasma and looked after. After a few days, he got stronger and was able to be fed with a bottle. Seymour's owners were happy to bring him home on Wednesday morning. They named him Seymour because, as they put it, he'll see more than an average camel.
Oh, man, you get ovary cancer.
Oh. Seymour.
Just for a pun, huh, Nick?
Unbelievable.
Cancer for a pun. That's
Not
the
going to kill her,
trade-off.
Mike. They can take it out. Again, just
Got another
benign.
hump.
Just get her into radiation immediately. 'cause
No,
she
he's all-
made,
But Bigley is part of that new generation. Oh, he's
made a
too
hu-
mean and angry.
She made a homonym joke, so Nick is furious.
I'm going to get a bumper sticker. Save the camel. Who cares?
Nick is all about the benign cancer.
Yeah, I don't wish real cancer on anyone.
Benign
I just
cancer.
like
Wait a
to
minute.
scare them. Just so they have to wonder for about 2 months, you know? Look, I wished it on Shimon. Look, he's fine.
I had
You got a book deal out of
I had cancer. I don't know. It's I'll tell a story, but
Yeah.
I had cancer when I was 19, but for like a week. They found a tumor. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. They took it out. It went away. I go in every 6 months for a cystoscopy. You know, they literally stick like a rod with a camera through your.
You sure they didn't take your funny bone out?
No.
Nothing on that one. That was kind of good.
Sharing with us
Funny
that he had cancer
funny
at 19.
bone.
He didn't have cancer.
I didn't
That's
think he was
Sunday's
going for a
show.
joke.
What kind of cancer? Really, just for a week?
It was a bladder. Well, it was this weird situation where I was driving home for Christmas break from.
That 7-day cancer plan?
That's what it was, short term. And I was driving home from Christmas break. I stop at a rest stop from D.C. to Boston. I'm peeing. There's blood in my pee. Yeah, I know.
sake.
How do you think
You
I
saw
felt?
the
bumpy road?
Yeah, I saw it. It was a little droplets, like, you know. And I knew it could mean like 5 things, and 3 of them mean I die, and the other 2 aren't like a trip to the Bahamas either, you know. And so I drove faster. I got home at like 2:30 in the morning. I woke up my dad. He's a doctor. He looked very grave because he knows about the Bahamas, and so he took me to see a urologist. And like I didn't know what urologists do at the time. I was naive. Oh yeah. So I walk in. And he was like, "Put your hands on the table." And I was like, all right, I can put my hands on the table. And then he stuck his finger in the hand. And I didn't know it was going to happen, so I shouted. I go, "Oh, my God!" And he got mad at me. He was like, "Cut the theatrics."
Rookie, that's why.
Cut the theatrics.
Was it Bob Fosse?
But I felt awful. I was like, "Sorry about the theatrics," like as though I'd intended it.
But what
Like
kind of
this will be my big moment. when he sticks his finger up my ass, I'll prove I should be the star of our town.
What kind of cancer was it?
It was it was a malignant tumor in my bladder that it didn't spread.
All right, I'm not going to wish cancer again on anybody after that.
It gets me so nervous hearing these stories, man.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Boss has cancer right now. He just doesn't know it yet.
I don't have cancer. More. It's just my act.
Oh, damn. That cyst is just filled with Brian Piccolo's sweat. We're all going to go visit you in a few months. You're going to be all pale.
I know.
I'm feeling a little punk.
I'm feeling good. Today's a good day.
It's a good day. I have my good days and my bad days.
Yeah, how you
Today's
doing,
one of those
Pic?
good days.
Hold on, I just lost a tooth.
Remember James Conn goes, I'm feeling a little punk.
All right, another slow news day story right here. This one's terrific, though.
Police say vandals use signs and businesses as their canvas for destruction. Ron Jones is in Stockton with who police are searching for tonight.
You know, we have noticed a greater police presence here on Pacific Avenue along with private security. But the one tool that may bring these vandals to justice is the city's surveillance cameras. Caught on tape, several young men in the middle of the night casing businesses with one thing in mind.
What color?
Vandalism. Several businesses on Pacific Avenue were hit hard, with buckets of paint thrown on signs and windows.
White.
As you can see, after two men case the area, several others join in with spray paint. Most of the graffiti has been cleaned off, but some merchants still see remnants. Stockton police are hoping this video would lead them to the vandals so they can build a case.
Yeah, that one isn't as good, but basically it's the news reporting that graffiti happens.
Yeah.
That graffiti happens. Don't worry, we'll come back strong here, Mike. Don't look at me like that. We've been doing this a long time. We always end with a laugh. Here it is.
Have you noticed? Bluebonnets are beginning to blossom along the highways, but they may not be quite as spectacular as in years past. Experts say relatively dry weather over the past few months will make for just an average bluebonnet season at best. A little more rain in the weeks ahead could help strengthen the showing. We'll just have to wait and see on that. Peak bluebonnet season is hard to pinpoint, but it typically comes during the first couple of weeks of April.
What's he talking? What was that about?
They did a story on bluebonnets.
Is that a flower? What's he talking about?
Is it a flower?
I'm staring at, I'm listening to that story, get mad, and I'm looking at Brian Poussin's ugly face and get even more angry. Glad I spent the $1,000 on my headshots.
I know.
Jesus.
Is those little blue flowers, like little blue-purple flowers that you see on the side of the highway? You know,
it was butter.
Driving into upstate New York.
Butter.
Butter season.
Buttercups.
I have this thing where I listen to a clip like that, and after like 5 seconds, I'm gone.
You zone out, right?
It's white noise, right?
Yeah, completely gone.
Because you got cancer.
Oh, God. I got ADD, which you, I think, have probably, right?
A little.
A little?
A little.
A little?
A little? I had a hard time. I was just thinking about this recently. I had a hard time reading when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, like, when I would read these books, you know, it'd be like, there were 4 rabbits, Mopsy, Flopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. And I would think, like, if you're going to name your rabbit Mopsy, you really shouldn't name the second one Flopsy. It's, like, kind of obnoxious. And, like, Peter's, like, the only one who made it out okay in the naming process. He's, like, an investment banker now. He's doing real well. He's like, I do not know those other rabbits. And while I was thinking about all that, the other kids read the book.
3 different hours, 3 nights in a row. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Caroline's coming.
Thursday. We're up to Friday.
Oh, is it Friday? Speaking of that,
that is a joke.
Look at Rich checking his calendar. Yes,
I'm looking at my rabbit fur. He just did a rabbit bit.
That is a joke, but I'd venture to say that's funnier than you gave it credit for.
I don't know about that.
No? You're not into it?
No, a lot of people are into Peter Cottontail humor. In Easter.
Peter
Cottontail
humor.
You're telling jokes about it. I'm wearing it.
Ooh, yeah, you're wearing it all right.
Remember when I said we were going to end with a laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't talking about this hour. Right?
Well.
Arlington Cinema Draft House. That's April 18th and 19th. Arlington Cinema Draft House.
Who, you?
Yeah, that's where
Or
I
your
went.
wife? Oh, both of you.
Both of us. Yeah, Arlington Cinema Draft House, April 18th and 19th.
And you're also going to be at Bananas.
That's this weekend. We already gave them enough plugs.
You really don't want to promote them, do you?
I did enough for them.
You
I
don't
did
like
radio
them, do you?
yesterday morning.
You don't really like them, right?
No, I do like him, but Arlington Cinema Draft House, April 18th and 19th is, you know.
All right.
Is a big night.
Mike Birbiglia?
Yeah.
The big plug.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Caroline's this weekend.
Are you getting sad? You all right?
No, I'm totally good.
All
I
right.
just flew here. I'm tired.
You had a
Tired, he's got cancer. Give him a break.
He sleepwalks.
No, we got
blood,
sleepwalks.
blood in his stool when he stood off a plane.
He teased that for never.
For never. Yeah. Next time. Next time. We'll rest that one. It's a great story. It's not going anywhere. But Caroline's tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Yeah.
3 different shows with Mike Birbiglia. That's very cool.
Sunday night, free DVDs to the first 100 people.
Oh, that's Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Nick, it's to you, my friend. The big plug.
NickTip.com, and I'll be carrying Lisa Lampanelli's luggage at LaGuardia tomorrow afternoon as she flies off to a theater in Tampa.
Wow, you're really going
Universal
to the website.
Amphitheater with Artie Lang next April 5th in L.A. And I'm somewhere before that. I can't remember. It's not important at this point.
You guys,
what am I going to get, an extra 3 hits on my website? Who gives a crap?
I love you guys. You just don't know how to promote. It just amazes me.
No.
Patrice finally decided to get a website like 2 months ago. I'm like, what? Get a website.
Patrice's Leather
2008.
Jackets had a website like 5 years ago.
I'll show you a good market. I'll show you a crappy comic.
All right, we got to get out of here. We're off to the other place that's called XM Satellite Radio. Thanks to everybody for stopping by today. And you guys have a good weekend. Bye. Here we are at XM Satellite Radio. Don't let the coats fool you guys. We really do want to be here.
I was going to say.
I know. We have our coats on like we're ready to run out the goddamn door.
Don't let the coats fool you.
Is it a coincidence you have like 19 comedians in here and you guys have your coats on?
Yeah, maybe one day we could do that. Just have a bunch of comedians and we'll slip out and see how long before anyone even realizes if they do. Be
I'd
home.
know if it was my show.
Yeah,
like,
screw it.
You guys have been doing it long enough. Let these assholes do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, go ahead, do it. I gotta
That's what
go.
I'm starting to think franchise.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to think franchise.
Yeah, the
my
Dunkin'
friend.
Donuts of comedy.
That's right. It's the Opie and Anthony show, but they're not there anymore. That's right. And we get a little paycheck as we're on a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm talking franchise, my friend.
I just opened an O&A branch in Belmont, Massachusetts.
Right, really taking off.
Good thinking, fellas.
Who made the walk? Everybody did today. Nick DiPaolo, Rich Voss, Mike Birbiglia, all in studio. I'll take my coat off. All right, what the fuck? What were we talking about before we got here? Because there was some good stuff going on.
Mike, you were
what was that
into
story?
His thing you
About
were leading.
Sleepwalking
Well, he did that over here last time.
Well,
so.
you know what I was actually thinking on that audio intro, the go screw moment. Go screw. Yeah. That reminds me, what's that movie about when stand-up stood out? There's this great movie about stand-up in the Boston comedy scene in the 80s.
Yeah.
And there's this great moment where I think it's probably Lenny Clark or something, just says to the audience, "Fuck you, fuck your family." And it's just good. Fucking only in Boston is that a punchline that kills.
That's true.
Well done.
Did you do comedy in Boston?
Not really. No.
Yeah, wait a minute. You said you're from Worcester.
Yeah, I grew up in Shrewsbury.
So that line wouldn't work in Shrewsbury? Fuck you, fuck you.
In Shrewsbury, it's like we're going to the city tonight, and they mean Worcester.
Yeah.
You're like going to fucking Worcester.
They go the other
No
direction.
shit.
I actually had a crazy Boston thing because I grew up a Sox fan, and then a few years ago, they asked me to perform. It's one of these things as a comedian. You know how you guys end up? You guys know this. You end up getting asked to do shit that you're like, why are you asking me to do this? They asked me to perform the MVP awards for Major League Baseball. And I'm like, oh, maybe they'd heard about my work as backup right fielder for Economy Paint Supply when I was 11. But
or maybe they couldn't get Regan.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what it is, And so I show up, and I'm assuming I'm going to be a sideshow, pre-show. They have me seated on the stage in between Dennis Eckersley, Roger Clemens, Alex Rodriguez, Dontrell Willis, and Josh Beckett. We have a lot to talk about.
Great comics, by the way.
Yeah. We're just we're just hashing out our multi-million-dollar contracts and paternity suits, just gab. No, it was awful because I knew I shouldn't be there, and they knew I shouldn't be there, and the guy in charge came up to me and he goes, "We'd like you to tell a few jokes about baseball." I go, "I don't know if that's such a good idea because those people are here." And but I try my best. I got up. I said, it's exciting because I grew up in Boston. I remember going to a baseball card show and paying $8 for Roger Clemens' autograph, and I'm sitting next to him now, and he tried to charge me $13. I don't know. It was all right. Clemens didn't laugh at all.
Wow.
Just
like we
cold.
did.
Yeah. It was not.
Now you have 4 Clemens.
It was not unlike. It was not unlike the reaction just now. But then I said about.
Holy shit, boss!
It's
brutal.
Boss is having fun today.
I like Mike though. We had.
Yeah, I can see you love him.
Yeah,
beating the shit out of him.
No, I'm not.
It's like stabbing a baby in the eye. I have affection for this kid.
Yeah, because I was the 101 person that came to a show and I couldn't get the DVD.
Strike 3. You're out.
I know, okay.
Wow.
I got greedy.
You got caught looking.
But listen to the story. So I go. It's baseball writers who put on the event. I go, what's interesting about sports writers is they don't know how to play sports, and most of them don't know how to write. And people don't laugh at that either. So I sit down. I'm like, it was fine, whatever. I realize I have to pee, but I can't just get up because I'm on the stage. There's 1,000 people. It's like at that Hyatt over a few blocks from here, and. So I choose like the most boring part of the night, the Lifetime Achievement Award for baseball writers.
You were talking again?
And no.
Oh, fuck.
What? I didn't even follow the logic. So
choose the most boring part of the evening. He goes, "What? You are going to talk again?"
See, that's good.
Very hysterical.
That's
gotta give Rich his props when he hits one.
That's the largest leap that Rich's head has ever made.
Let's keep going with this dumb roast.
Yeah, back up and what happened?
So
you had to
pee. So I go to pee.
Why were you peeing again?
And Clemens offered you 14 bucks.
Hold on. Tell me about this story.
Basically, the reason I had to pee so badly is because I drank a lot.
Yeah.
Because I was like I'm sitting next to Roger Clemens.
Now, do you have cancer this week or no?
No blood.
Were you peeing or just sleepwalking?
What color was the pee?
So I sneak off to the bathroom. I come back. I'm coming back to the room. The recipient of the award ends his speech by saying, some writers may not know how to write, but some comedians don't know how to tell jokes.
Oh, you
I was his closer.
Kidding.
And I'm not even on the stage. Everyone in the room looks up at my empty chair.
Like you were removed or something.
Yeah. And so then I didn't know what to do. I'm off to the side. So in a split-second decision, I decided to jog on stage and kind of wave like, "Hey, I'm a good sport." It's awful. And I even walked by the guy as he went to sit down. I went to shake his hand, and he didn't. He just walked right by me.
Oh, why would you?
It was
wow, why would you even do that? To go to shake his hand?
Because it was just one of those moments. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Either hit him or shake his hand.
Yeah.
You want to punch him.
No, but because I was trying to think. Hey, you good? Trying to make jokes. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I walked by him. He just walks right by me, and
He was
I look
serious.
over at Eckersley. And I go, "Dennis, did you see that guy?" We're on a first-name basis, me and Dennis Asper. I have his cell phone. I go, "Eckersley, did you see that guy?" And he's trying to snub me. And Eckersley goes, fuck him. And I was like, all right, chalk up another save for the act. Well, so here's where it gets bad. The event ends.
When is this story going to end?
People are laughing at the story. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're all jealous.
So
I like stories in real time.
Yeah, I know.
You think a guy with cancer in his history might pick up the pace?
So,
go ahead.
You snuck off the stage like they were going to miss you.
Then Earl Weaver said, "What?"
If this were Voss's show, he'd be just glad that he bought 10 minutes for the audience. He doesn't have to do it.
Go
the
back
material
in.
he doesn't
Don't
have.
try to ad-lib through the story. Just go right through it.
So,
okay?
so
right, I'm taking Eckersley's side.
So I'm with my brother Joe came to the event with me, and I go, Joe, did you see that guy snub me when I tried to shake his hand? I'm not making this up. Joe goes, Mike, didn't you see his speech? He's blind. I was like, oh no. Not only had I insulted the blind guy, I taunted him by trying to shake his hand. But the real evil one is Eckersley, because he knew he was blind. He still said, fuck him.
That's what makes him a closer.
So is that better than this bullshit you were talking about earlier?
That was a good story.
That was a good story.
That was a good story.
Yeah, I don't want him defending you.
Good story.
Yes.
Good stuff.
I don't like this part of the story. Yeah, this isn't entertaining enough. I don't like
Shut
this
up.
6 seconds of the story.
I snuck off. Don't try to defend your.
I have the attention and the span of a ferret, but it's all right because my wife is hotter than anyone that you could ever imagine.
I snuck off the stage like they were going to miss you. Oh, where did that big headliner go? Shut up. All right, and take it. Okay, you did a dumb roast. You didn't get paid for. Okay, they couldn't get Sweeney, so they called you. All right.
Wow. What's going? Excuse me. Look at these three cunts, huh? Look at them talking about egg salad recipes and fucking just useless. If the twats were pelts, it'd be a dime a dozen. Honest to God, fucking.
Well, let's see what they're talking about today. Yeah, pot them up. Let's see.
I know. I just nice image.
That's right. Talk over each other, you slits.
I'm sure he's happy you shared that.
Anyway, what's your weekend action looking like?
We're going to have the biggest common mistakes women make when it comes to spring and summer outfits.
What's that, douching in the jeans?
Yeah, we got the cross
White when you're bleeding.
Plus the right and wrong ways to battle those dreaded springtime allergies.
They're really prevalent right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're
really
prevalent
right now. A nice load in your ass will take care of those watery eyes.
No, I have allergies. I do have allergies, but I want it to be warm.
Yeah.
It won't come here yet.
What a radio show this is.
Also, he was public enemy #1, but did Al Capone have a softer side? The last
Yeah, he did.
talks about the man she
He
called
died of the clap, you dumb twat. He's fucking everything that moves.
Ask 8 guys in a warehouse on St. Valentine's Day.
Are we going to emasculate fucking Capone now? Can't leave a dead fucking angry giddy alone.
His soft side. I mowed down a fucking garage full of guys.
And the dog.
Yeah, let's stick him up and ask him.
A lot of years in their lives, so they finally could feel comfortable about their bodies and not worry about focusing on losing weight, but really how to be happy. So we're going to find out.
Listen to this psychobabble.
Everybody hates it, and sometimes it's hard to make it stop. It's when your kids are whining. The toddlers do it, the tweens do it, the teens do it.
You're doing it.
Don't have them! Don't fucking have them! What do you think they were going to do? They're babies!
Turn down that volume. We are
How about
going
when
to
your
have
wife's
some
whining, huh?
hints for harried parents. Give you examples of how you can fix it.
Okay, also we've got somebody here who
We're going to show you how to declit somebody with a cleaning knife.
Yes, and then she can translate
in a few minutes,
your
they're going to
man.
turn up the volume on our show.
We translation right there. That actually did need a translation, I think. But anyway, sometimes, you know, we don't always get what they're saying. They don't always get what we're saying, so we need some...
What are you talking about, black people?
First, let's get a check of the weather from Bill Karen, who's filling in for Al all this week. Very well, man.
Go to the emasculated weather, man.
Yeah, there you go. Receding hairline, small dick.
They make him sit in the cold.
My hairline isn't going
right. He's standing in the cold while they're just yapping inside.
Let's talk to the
really
look
ugly
at that
little
face,
girl.
Yeah.
I think Neil Diamond wrote a song about her.
Anthony beat me to it. I was trying to think of something vile to say, and he just laid it out there beautifully.
Jeez.
Ugly little girl.
Ugly little girl he went to.
Let's pick out the little he-she in the hood. See
So
what
hard
the weather
to
is.
find an ugly little girl too that age, you know. She's just like usually there's something cute about him, but he picked the ugliest little fucking kid.
Let's see what the weather's like in this troll's neck of the woods.
Let's go to Chris the trucker. Chris, what's up?
Hey, O&A, how you doing?
Hey, you got a laugh for us or what?
No, not really. I just want to see if we can get the word out about the trucker strike that's going to happen April 1st through the 4th.
Strike.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're going to shut. A lot of drivers are going to shut down about the fuel, about the rates, about everything that's going on in the trucking industry. And I just want to see if I can get the word out.
How am I going to get my DVDs to the Funny Bone in Denver?
Well,
What's it supposed to do about the fuel?
Well, you know, fuel prices are real high, and, you know, it affects everything from, you know, the grocery stores, the clothes, to everything. And, You know, we're the ones that have to deliver it to everybody, and everybody takes that for granted. So
No, we really don't. We
So
kind
if
of
I
know
drive-
that trucks bring us shit.
Yeah.
If I'm driving down the highway, does that mean I'm crossing a picket line or something? What are they going to do this?
It's just, you know, a lot of people take us for granted, the government. You know, we're the ones that bring the stuff to y'all to general everybody, and just the fuel prices are killing the independent operator and the company. So that's why everything is going up from milk, you know, to everything.
Look,
So
we'll
we're just
get you
trying-
some more speed. It's on the way.
What I'm saying is just make your deliveries downhill.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Coast, brother.
Put it in neutral.
Really?
All right, we
Put
got
your factory in a hill in Vermont.
How about this? Go back to fucking college.
Oh,
come on. Shut up. Fuck them. All right?
You know what these truckers make an hour, for Christ's sake? This guy's got fifth grade education. He's making more than all of us. I
Jesus
don't give a
Christ.
fuck.
All right,
Delivering
Chris.
the suspenders they're wearing.
Pass it on to the potato factory. Fuck.
Right? You
I
fucking-
got my own problems, all right?
Fuck you, fuck your family.
Go on.
I'm enjoying Confident Boss, though. This is different for you. He'll ruin it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, let's say hi to this guy. I don't know his name. Sir, what do you have for the show?
This is the trucker's mother. She's crying.
Yeah.
That was mean.
Hello.
You guys there?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
What's happening, man?
Hey, you guys kick ass. Hey, DePalma, you fucking make me laugh, man. You're awesome.
Thank you.
You need to talk these guys into letting you do that hour between you guys and Ron and Fez again.
I don't.
But, hey,
It's my manager
you guys
pretending he's a
need to take it
caller.
easy on old Mike Bahuski in there. Last comedian they give this much of a hard time to is Richard Jennings, and y'all know what fucking he did.
Wow, yeah.
He's a splatterpuss man.
Hey, he didn't jump. He hung himself,
Jenny.
didn't he?
No, he did. He blew his brains out in the
Shut
shower. What? I'm not making fun of
What's
it.
the matter with these people?
What?
Come on, Rich. He was a good friend of mine. Man.
Shut up. You're talking about my sis like it's Brian Piccolo Sweat. All right. He had everything going for him.
Did you give him a hard time when he was in
Well,
here? Well, I'd like to hear this story.
has enough time gone by?
Yeah.
Break out the Richard Jenny disc. We were going to play it the day after he died. We were so excited. We got something to play. And then we decided maybe we should let some time go
All right,
by.
yeah, let's
Do you
hold
know what
off on that
Bonnie
one.
said when he...
I actually like Rich.
there was a picture of
Not that
Chris
that matters.
Rock,
Yeah.
Jenny, and me from when we did the Oscars. It was just us three.
Yeah.
And Bonnie goes, out of these three people, which one would you thought would have killed himself?
God, you guys are the worst.
Don't say guys. That was Voss.
You guys are, well,
Shut up,
That
he's
was
a
Bonnie's
comic.
wife that, Rich's wife that
yeah. We got well, Richard Jenny tried to do our show, and we made him wait outside, and then
He was all,
then
he was
had
getting
to
pissed.
Then he had to audition to like come in studio from
'Cause he
a
was getting
phone,
pissed off.
even though we could see him through the glass.
So we made him do a prison visit. We made him talk onto a cell phone through the glass door.
It's legendary stuff. We cut it up recently.
He was so pissed.
We'll find it. E-Rock's not here, unfortunately, because he needed 3 days off for
unfortunately.
WrestleMania after we took a week and a half off. You know, this is the only
WrestleMania
radio
is
show
very
that
important.
has the staff behind the scenes takes more time off than we do. It's amazing.
It's not like we've had everybody that's going to be in WrestleMania on.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Exactly.
Might as well send the crew out.
You got it.
Hey, all right
This
then.
is brutal.
What is it?
It's the Richard Jenny stuff.
We'll listen to a little of it.
Well,
I'm going to be a puss and step out. Voss, you can say all the mean shit in this segment.
What the fuck?
What kind of fucking...
Hey, listen, he
You
was
guys wanna hear
probably
this?
in the top 5 best comics in the 80s.
Yeah.
Probably, without
Well,
any
they were.
question. All right?
Yeah.
But still, he was a dick. Fuck
He had
him.
a diva.
All right?
Wow.
All right?
I think what I
But he was,
I think what I need
Like,
to
he
He was
say.
a bit of a diva, but, you know.
I think
he was great.
I think what I need to say is that we did bury the old hatchet by the end of.
Yeah, right in his hand. I know, I'm trying to
What was the friend representative in
trying
the
to be-
room, and he's still having a hard
I
time.
know it's just to Mary very well.
No, I know. She
She's
used to
a
work
good
at
kid.
CAD.
Yeah. Great,
I know.
great, great
Please,
gal.
we had when we were
A lot of people
at
say.
the Oscars.
A lot of people are saying we ran this last week, but
Did we?
well, they did worse stuff. But
Well, just run a little of it and we'll comment.
Yeah,
and
this will
it'll
be a little
completely different,
I don't
wrapped up in a different package.
it's our show, and we don't remember this.
Voss will insult a dead man. It'll be great.
Oh, I'm the only one who's ever done that. You fucking trashed an old lady that was getting beat up in a fucking hallway.
She wasn't getting out of the way of the black gentleman, so he had to punch her in the side of the fucking head, knock her, and walk her over.
15 minutes.
15. It was like a half hour of laughing hysterically at some savage punching an old lady in the side of the head. Oh. She reaches over to grab her pocketbook, and he clocks her one, and her hair goes flying. The walker falls over, and you just see the little walker wheel going. Very recently.
Yeah.
It was a few months back.
Seeing it.
Yeah, it's on the news.
Yes.
Guy just walks in.
Straight right
She's
hand.
coming out of the elevator, and he pops her a couple of times in the face. Gives her a few jabs.
What color was that gentleman?
Oh, he was, I believe, an African-American gentleman, and the woman was an old white woman.
Yeah, it's a wonderful story.
I would have went with Polish.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, here we go.
You just don't know.
We'll play some of the Richard Jenny stuff.
You know every time.
This
What?
is
Is this him getting angry with you guys?
well, it's
That's what I want to hear.
It's involved because then he put out a 9/11 like CD.
Oh, he played.
All right, we'll start with this. This is Richard Jenny coming to our show.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Richard Jenny. Who's this?
Richard Jenny. Hey, Richard, it's Opie and Anthony. How are you?
Opie and Anthony. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? Good?
I'm just peachy, thanks.
When you coming in?
I was thinking about coming in today.
Today?
Yeah, I'm really close by.
Where are you?
I'm actually staying in the lobby.
We made him call from the lobby. Richard Jenny. I mean, this isn't like.
I know, it's not like Voss.
it's not like this was Voss. Thank you. It's not like it's an open mic or something.
The top 5 comics of the 80s.
This is
probably.
one of
Top
top
3
3,
O&A,
maybe.
man. They get that mean streak.
Yeah, well.
You're outside the studio?
Yeah, I've been staying in the lobby. I didn't want to miss you guys.
And you want to come in and do the show?
Yeah.
You want to do a prison visit?
Do I want to do a what?
A prison visit.
No, why would I want to do a prison visit?
That's where you're on the phone like you are now, and then you step up to the glass on the door to the studio.
Right.
And you talk that way.
No, I'm not doing that.
Come up to the glass. It'll be fun. It's like Oz.
Why can't I just come in? I can't just come in the studio? What, are you worried about germs or something?
Oh, we're going to have Ron Jeremy in.
That was really funny. That thing yesterday was really funny.
What thing?
The thing where you kept hanging up on me.
Oh, yeah. It'd be funny if we hung up on you right now.
No, I think it gets old. It gets old after a while.
Yeah, it does. This is our new game. You're 15 feet away, and we're making you call us on the telephone.
At first I was pissed off, and then I just started cracking up. It was so juvenile. It was just
Were you
killing me.
really mad?
At first I was. What the hell was that? How could they do it? And then I just go, that is just so asinine. I have to laugh at it.
But if you're going to get mad at something like that, maybe you shouldn't be on our show, because we're juvenile.
Well, it's up to you. I'm just hoping you put me on.
Oh.
Whoa.
Come on now.
Are you serious?
What?
The gunshot sound effect?
Come on. Like Mother Teresa or anything.
That was from outside, right?
No.
Yeah.
Why do you have to make the slippery slope argument that Mother Teresa wouldn't put the gunshot after the Richard Jenny clip? Mother
would.
Teresa would have there would be a lot of degrees between
No comic
putting
timing.
the gunshot sound effect after that.
She was kind of a cunt.
You know what's funny? But if you go on the road, like you would, if you went on the road and were doing a club and two radio hosts did that, you would never put up with it. Like we would nowhere. Why do people put it up with you two fucking jackasses?
I don't know.
Never.
You're right.
If I was in Buffalo and Shredder Reagan said, stand outside the window, oh, really? Go fuck yourselves. Okay,
Yeah.
one market douchebags. Not them. I'm just using them as
Well, that's because there's got nobody be at your show anyways. Whether you go
That's
on
a
or
good
not.
point.
By this point, we were syndicated to at least 20 stations, so we had a little juice. That's just the beginning.
And
Now
we play good cop, bad cop well. We've always done that where we kind of, I'll kind of keep whoever it is on board a little bit, and Opie will just hammer away at them.
Yeah,
And,
you're holding him down. He's
I
kicking
hold
him.
him down. We're schoolyard bullies.
We've had people leave the studio in the middle of stuff like this. They get so embarrassed and uncomfortable, they just walk off the show.
They're called
Are you going to be funny, Richard?
Especially when you do the gunshot thing that anticipates his future. They always walk out during that.
Not like the first guy that offed himself. If we did a Freddie Prinze thing
you're
and
doing
then
that gunshot
I
thing
played the
now.
gunshot.
Yeah.
You're doing that right now, right?
Oh, yeah, that would have been ironic.
That was the joke, you fucking moron. You didn't get that I was
I've been
kidding?
up since 5, motherfucker. I was defending you.
Fuck you. Fuck your family.
Fucking. You know what? I don't believe this. I fucking don't even like you, and I was defending you. You fucking cocksucker with your fucking comedy devices. You fucking it. The gloves are off, Piglia.
You turned on me, who you invited me to your house. You turned on me to jump on his side.
I defended this prick when he came in.
I know. This fucking watered down Eddie If. You
fucking go out to LA and do your faggy pilot, you fucking lack of charisma fucking whore. Sell your DVDs
Hold
and
on,
your
he's
free...
got the guitar.
Yeah, pull out your guitar, you fucking hack.
Nick's like fucking Siegfried and Roy's tiger.
Trying to be nice to this fucking guy.
Oh,
Jesus
God, am I happy
Christ.
you turned on him and not me, thank God.
I thought if we double teamed it'd be too much.
Well, I wanted to enough.
Hey, you guys think I got no allies? My publicist is in the other room right
fuck
now.
him too. Goofy-eyed bastard with black shoes. Didn't he kill Mitch Hedberg?
Oh, come on now.
Fuck you. You're making fun of Jenny, my friend. Fuck him. Heroin addict. Shit. Fucking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, fucking get blood all over your hands. You're gonna end up dead in a Red Roof Inn too. Fucking drug on you.
With 99 DVDs laying next to you.
Holy shit. Where does the one go?
Can't believe it.
I was doing the math too.
I'll never be nice to anybody again the rest of my fucking life.
That's what you killed yourself with, listening to it.
Should we, I'm thinking we should continue with the Richard Jenny stuff.
I don't give a fuck at this point.
This could be a good day.
I thought he actually thought that the fucking gunshots were recorded. He is that stupid. Sorry.
Nick's like that fucking bear that was sitting next to that woman in that crazy animal clip. Was just kind of sitting there and all of a sudden wants to just rip her fucking head off. Holy
That's
shit.
one of my favorite
I
clips
love
in
that
all
one.
time.
You're sitting next to the big fucking bear, dummy.
I feel like I'm at the San Francisco Zoo right now.
He smelled the trout between her legs. And
I'm fucking.
All right, I'm feeling like we should
Unbelievable.
continue. What do you think?
yeah, why not? Let's give it a whirl. And
All right, so last we left
what the
you,
fuck.
Richard Jenny was outside the studio talking to us, and we were trying to decide if he was worthy of being in the studio with the great O&A.
yes, of course. The great assholes we are.
Then I think I start by asking him if he's ready to be funny now. Are you going to be funny, Richard?
Yeah, I'll be funny.
Well, I'm sold. I'm sold. Not to put the pressure on you or anything.
I'll be funny.
Like, what's the first joke you're going to tell on the air?
Stop it.
You're totally putting him on the spot here.
Any riffs on things in the news?
There's lots of riffs on whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah?
But I got to be in the studio to do them. I'm not funny in the lobby.
Yeah. So you got any knock-knock jokes?
He's laughing at the juvenile stuff again.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Uh-oh.
Richard Jenny.
Richard Jenny.
That's a great comic.
Richard Jenny, you're hearing knock, knock because I'm pistol whipping Opie and Anthony.
Oh. Pistol whipping.
Get it? Richard Jenny Ho? Oh,
sorry. Gun reference.
All right, Richard. Can you give us a few minutes to think about it?
You're a prick over.
Yeah, think it over.
Why am I a prick?
You were a
guys
prick back
must have
then.
been raking in some dough with that
Oh my
attitude.
God! Well, we
Fucking
just
rolling
prima
in it.
donna
Treating this guy
motherfucker.
like an open micer from fucking Wildwood.
Fucking 12 HBO specials.
I know. They're fucking making him do dog tricks in the lobby. Holy shit.
We really needed to be fired to get
Yeah, we
humbled.
needed humbled. We needed to be humbled. Yeah.
badly.
No, you took it like you're supposed to do. Push it to the edge.
Wow.
All right, and then I think he finally made it in the studio.
There he is. He looks like he's going to kill us.
Richard Jenny. Come here, sit down, man.
Doing this or not?
He's really, come on.
He's really pissed, by the way.
It's all fun. Richard Jenny, how are you?
Aren't you a good
Very
sport,
good.
Richard?
That's Opie over there. I'm Anthony.
Uh-oh, he looks all uptight.
What's the
Sit down.
matter? You'd spend too much time. You're wasting time, right? It's like a waste of time.
See, now you got to be funny. No. After we just pissed you off.
Opie's
He
brutal.
was all pissed. Here, get on the mic.
Just let's see how much we can screw at Richard.
That's what we do on this show. We're idiots.
You want a shot of Jaeger?
Oh man, a lot of people are uncomfortable out there.
I know.
You know what I did recently? I went on.
Here comes a joke.
All right.
Wait. Wait. Holy shit. Roll that back.
I would have waited for you in the parking lot with a fucking bat.
I don't know if you guys realize this might be courtroom evidence.
We could be implicated.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God.
Wow, I lost a little edge because I can't even imagine I would do that. I got to get my edge back.
No, you shouldn't. Really.
Wait till you get those markets back. Before you start.
Yeah, exactly. Before the edge.
So we're idiots.
You want a shot of Jaeger?
Oh man, a lot of people are uncomfortable out there.
I know.
You know what I did recently? I went on.
Here comes a joke.
Opie,
that was a joke. Come on, Richard.
Richard, let me explain
Look
something.
at the little baby. He's gonna conform to our show.
Don't say.
We're not gonna do the show. He wants to
Be
do
more
next
funny.
show.
Don't say two because Opie
Press
is.
button, you big loser. Pressing button.
Be more funny.
Opie's the
Let's
biggest
cut
prick.
him off. Let's cut him off. He's starting to sound like he's going on us, and we can't take it.
I was listening, and Opie is a prick.
You don't have a
to
sense
guess.
of humor?
Is that real silence?
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a. Oh.
Well. And then I was playing the Be More Funny
here
Homer
comes the
clip.
joke. Oh my God. That's brutal. That's just not even right.
I had his
What
manager.
I don't even like him as a comic, but man, gee, that's
But as a
rough,
human being,
man.
just
His
treating
manager
someone like that.
called me the next day because they knew I did a show.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on with Owen?
What was
What
that?
the fuck? What am
Yeah.
I, their fucking publicist? I don't
Honestly,
Jesus. That guy should haunt your fucking house.
no, something went down though, which really
Did
pissed
it?
us off. I can't remember.
I
Anymore.
know
I'm
what
serious.
went down.
I'm serious.
It was with Stern. He was on Stern.
Trashing us,
Saying,
but
I
then
did
now
these
he's
other-
doing our show. It's like what?
Oh, is that what
Was
happened?
he trashing you guys?
I don't think he was trashing us,
No,
but
he
I
said
think
he did.
Howie was, and he was kind of joining in or something, chiming in. Not directly, but saying, you know.
No. What happened was you were just you were fucking with him that day. Then he went on Stern to promote his 9/11 CD.
No. Then he left. He actually did a few minutes with us, and he was fine. He was good. And then he kind of
Was
trashed
he?
us on Howard. And then he actually, after that, was brave enough to give us his 9/11 CD, which was literally came out months after 9/11, which we found a little weird. So then we started playing clips of his 9/11 CD. That's where we're up to.
Sounded like you fucked his girlfriend or something.
I can't believe he trashed you guys on another radio show after what you fucking did to him.
The nerve on that guy.
Here's his 9/11 stuff.
Well, let's try the next one. Maybe the next one's a little better.
So now we decide we're gonna just go through his CD, and we're gonna review his CD live on the show.
Well, let's try the next one. Maybe the next one's a little better.
You know, last night I turned on the television and Miss Cleo was wearing a fireman's helmet. She had a helmet, you know, she was all, I'm giving freedoms at the firehouse, man.
There's nothing more evil than the fake laugh. There's nothing more evil.
Well, you should know.
I was just kidding, you motherfucker.
I don't remember this being as brutal as it was.
Well, I think it's more brutal knowing the guy's not around anymore.
This is horrible.
Because he really pisses off. So, all right, we're tracking through your CD now, and we're going to pick it apart, I remember.
And I know why I stayed away from you guys.
Yeah, Miss Cleo. And then I think we try to explain the funny. We called the bit, we'll explain the funny.
Oh, the dog's in the water.
So, Miss Cleo.
Why would Miss Cleo, who is a Jamaican...
Oh, because she was showing her support for the
I
firemen,
got you.
guess.
I got you.
Because it seems like a lot of people are wearing, like, NYPD hats. And,
Yeah.
and fire hats. And
Yeah.
so you take it to the nth degree, and then, like, someone like Miss Cleo would have one on TV. And that's why that's funny, because... when you exaggerate stuff.
Yeah, then
it
it
becomes
really funny. And
to
she's the
some
most ridiculous
people.
person you could come up with. So that's
pull
it.
back the curtain.
Oh, Dale from
I'm
Jersey.
pulling back the comedy curtain. Yes. When you over exaggerate and say like someone has like a 5-foot mule, it's funny. 'Cause
5 feet would just be ridiculous.
Ridiculous to the point where that would be funny, right?
I think the problem. The problem with his comedy was, I think he was really good in his heyday, and I think what happened is he figured out the equation.
Yeah, kind of formula.
And then he plugged in numbers to the equation, and then it's not as funny.
You can't wait. First, you cannot review Richard Jenny. He was fucking brilliant. The guy had like 3 specials. He was fucking a great.
How did you
comic.
like his 9/11 album?
I didn't listen to. I don't. All I know is when I've seen him or I worked with him. I worked with him on the Oscars. He's fucking brilliant.
he
was a great.
Notice
fucking-
I was there too, and I haven't brought it up once.
Well, that's okay. I got 2 credits. Can I at least every now and then? I'm sorry.
He also earlier he phrased it when I was on the Oscars.
I said,
really?
I thought he hosted the fucking thing.
I'm sorry. Yeah, when I was.
I'm wrong, and you're right. You're
Okay.
absolutely right. I
Okay.
apologize.
All right, I'm sorry. But all I'm saying is there's nothing you can say negative about his stand-up.
He was a monster.
fucking
He was a
great
monster.
comic.
But I know what he's saying. There's a lot of comedy devices. You know what I mean? But he was a fucking monster. There's no doubt about it.
I've never seen him have a bad set. I never saw him.
But neither is Carrot Top.
That's
Never is a
true.
bad
Okay.
set.
I've never seen you have a good set. I think you're a funny guy.
That's funny. That's because
this
after
is the fucking
that's
brain.
because after you
3
introduced
comedians
me.
couldn't be nice to each other for more than 2 hours. What?
All right, hold on. He's going to the bag. I don't know. I just thought he was a great comic.
All right.
I agree with that statement.
You want
Bill,
another-
and I also sort of see where he's.
You want another clip, or is it getting too uncomfortable?
Well, maybe one more. Dale from Jersey, Richard Jenny should turn up that laugh track. I could barely hear it.
Yeah. Why was it so low? Well, why don't we try the 3rd track that he sent us, Anthony? All right. Richard Jenny. This was recorded at the Improv in L.A.
Glad you're here. You're in a good mood, see? People are nicer in L.A. lately, have you noticed?
People
They're a little bit
tosser.
nicer, a little more sense of community. Today I was on the 405. I cut a guy off,
Here
and
it
he
comes.
fired his gun, like, over my car.
See?
He could have hit me. He was like, no problem.
Oh.
What a guy.
Oh, okay.
See, that's because, like, they shoot at each other, or they did 10 years ago there on the highway.
Well, no, they have a lot of drive-by shooting. So.
But the guy's being nice, and he shot over him. But it's ridiculous because why would he shoot anyway? If he was
Opie or
nice.
Anthony? Was that funny?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Jim Norton want to participate
I know, I remember
in this
that.
segment of our radio show?
Because comics can't bash other comics unless they know each other and are good friends.
Oh,
Then
see.
they could really bash them.
Good point.
Good point.
You guys can shit on each other like Maxwell and Cleveland because you don't work with each other.
Yeah.
That's
But, Ron and Fez.
You
Best
shit
of
on
friends.
them,
No, we'd love Ron and Fez.
That's a good point, though, about the LA shootings that you guys made. Because it's like guys come to New York all the time. They're like, yeah, what's it like in Brooklyn? And you're like, really? Nobody really talks like that in Brooklyn anymore. It's very gentrified.
It's all black.
We got a Voss clip here. Voss comments on Jenny. Were you in
really?
studio that day?
Yeah.
Oh,
You were.
Let's
I
hear
think
what
so,
the great
yeah, I think-
defender says.
Oh, nice you were.
Let's go to Rich Voss. Rich Voss.
Hey, are you sure this isn't Norris doing Jenny?
Norris?
That could be it. Now, who appreciates my CD now, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, your CD's great compared to this crap. Oh, gee, there's a compliment.
Your
Thank
CD
you.
is very funny.
What's that?
I like the Voss CD.
Yeah, I do
It
too.
is very
Especially
good.
since he thanked all his friends on it.
You know what? The
You
one that's in the store
dirty
now,
little creep.
hey Norton, the one that's in the store at Border Books has your name on it.
Okay. Oh, it's a new one?
Yeah. Well, no, it's the same one, but they just did like a new copy for the
The new cover?
What'd you run through the store with little stick-ons?
No, stupid. I had it reprinted.
Whatever.
That was Norris. That was a good reference back then.
Oh, Christ. Remember?
All right, let's go to this track.
Norris?
He threw me
There
off
you
a
go.
fucking
Well, I say nuke 'em. Nuke 'em, damn it.
Yeah.
If they're stupid enough to blow up the World Trade Center, we're dumb enough to nuke them.
I hate this.
Fry them
Who's
up,
the
put some
they
frosting on them,
when
sell
people
them in
do
the
this
mall.
stuff?
Dirty
Arabs.
Take out the Cinnabon, put in the Taliban. That's my attitude.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's where it was
Yeah.
fascist.
Damn it. And look, I don't mean to be xenophobic or jingoistic, and I'm sure I'll feel those way even after I find out what those words mean.
I
don't know why that one's funny.
Here's the thing, too.
Do you win?
See how he's trash?
It's just 15 more seconds.
I don't know why that one's funny. Do you, Ant? Do you have a clue on that one, possibly?
What? Ooh, that was weird. You ever get that thing where you're just about dozing and your leg kicks? That just happened to me. God, that's so weird when that happens. Are we in spots?
No.
Oh.
This is terrible. I was the dick. No, I was being a real dick, too, because he wasn't there, first of all, so I got brave.
Here's a little something about the show, too. When Anthony really starts going, you know the person really pissed us off.
Yeah.
I would start problems with people I liked. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
The
I
good
like
cop
this
just
person.
leans over and takes the phone book to the face of the perp, you know? It's like, now it's just bad cop, bad cop.
I get
over.
the point. This is how the public is, though. Back then, see, when he was trashing the Arabs, they were applauding and going crazy. You can't even do it anymore. You can't even do an Arab joke without them getting uptight, going, well, they have rights, too. And, you know, the
Is that
audience
right?
No, they don't. But what I'm saying, the audiences they're just babies, you know. Ugh, fuck it, sorry. You don't understand what I'm trying to say because I can't communicate. I don't have a good enough vocabulary to get my point across. What I'm saying is, fuck the goddamn audiences. Not in Poughkeepsie this weekend. He called in that day, didn't he? Call in after this?
Oh, my God. All right. We'll take a break and
I want to
regroup.
fuck Ann Curry.
Huh? Want to see what they're babbling about now?
For this reason, but one of the reasons is it's Ambush Makeover Friday. People make special trips here for that,
Is that
so
her
we
name?
scour the crowd and found a couple cool
We
people.
probably should introduce our special This is off this morning, and Tamron is filling in this morning. Nice to see you, Tamron.
This is perfect. We have an Asian one in the middle,
Anyway, a few
black one on the right, and maybe a mix on the left.
Tips on this broadcast talking
For
about
morning
the
TV.
little problems
It shows the diversity.
ways to get around them that can make your life a lot easier. Well, this morning, we're going to talk about the huge response we got to some of these ideas, and we lined up a few more simple
This is what women do when men aren't around.
That's what they do when we are around. They don't fucking pay attention to anything we say.
Now, do you understand why I shared a room with Voss down in Miami? All right, we'll take a break. We got the guys in today. We got Rich Voss at Bananas in Poughkeepsie. What's that? Leslie Nielsen calling in?
He's down in the lobby. Let's make him do the fucking bulletproof window shit.
I'm feeling good today. Maybe we should have some old school fun with Leslie Nielsen today.
Christ. Leslie Nielsen killed himself last night.
Now his career has company.
That's a good one. That's a good joke.
Did you just think that one up?
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Someone's writing. Damian Thomas from Akron, he writes, how dare Jenny trash you guys after you make him do a phoner from the other room?
Yeah, exactly.
Mike Birbiglia, Caroline's the next 3 nights with 3 different shows, and you got the DVD out, which, by the way, I brought over to XM.
Oh, that's nice.
And I didn't even know you were coming to XM with us.
That's nice.
A lot of times these end up in the trash. Not yours, my friend. I brought it over here.
Wow.
What I should have said was nothing. The new DVD by Mike Birbiglia and nickdip.com for Nick DiPaolo, right?
Universal Amphitheater in L.A., too, with Artie Lang, April 5th.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, that
So I
show
can
needs
say
to
that
be
on this show.
plugged. That thing's sold out a minute it goes on, right?
No, they told me I had to keep
Why can't you say that
3
on this
seats.
show?
I don't know. Well,
we don't
I
play
thought
that
there's
way.
some tension between you and the...
But we don't play that way with you guys.
Oh, I was thinking of Preston
good.
and Steve.
And you got my plug wrong. I'm at the Arlington Cinema Draft House, April 18th and 19th.
That's fucking years away. Nobody gives a shit.
That's a good point.
That's too. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be opening for Nick as he's opening for Artie.
I'm not opening. It's co-headlining. I make the same money as he does, stupid.
As Artie Lang?
Yes.
Come on.
Okay, I'm lying about that part. It's not opening. It's fucking... You guys are going for it, which means it was fucking plausible. Ain't that right? You all fucking got. You all turned white. All four.
Like, fuck. Look at the
He's
Insco headlining.
All right.
Nick. We're privileged to have
on the radio. Believe me.
We better start treating him better, man.
I gotta have you guys have to make calls for me. Is there a program director at 92.3 or no? They run.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Who he is, Opie. Come on.
No, I really don't know.
You just revealed yourself in that last Jenny clip.
I know I know this much. They moved the music guy to the programming spot, but I don't know what that really means.
That's kind of weird because I always knew who my boss was.
They don't really have a true PD, is what I'm saying. He's wearing that hat too, but I don't know what that means.
See that? Oh, should make it even easier to get in there.
No
he doesn't
kidding.
know what he's doing.
No kidding.
Drive time. Give me a 5 o'clock, whatever the fuck.
We're back. The music is so loud. I can't hear myself. We got Leslie Nielsen on the phone. Yuck. Leslie Nielsen promoting superhero movie. What's this about, Ant? You know?
You know, one of those parody movies.
Okay.
In the spirit of Scary Movie and Airplane and whatnot, based on the superhero comic action movies that are out.
I'd imagine they would go after Spider-Man a lot.
Spider-Man,
movie, right?
Superman, X-Men, and that ilk.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Batman. You said
Things
that one,
like that.
Tracy Morgan's in this movie. Oh, very cool.
Colored man.
Simon Rex is in this movie.
Who's that?
What are you doing, Rich?
Nothing. He's fucking. He comes up to me and goes, "What do you want to eat?" I go, "A turkey burger on whole wheat toast." He goes, "From where?" I go, "I don't know, a fucking restaurant."
What I
want it from? I don't know. Go to Macy's, you fucking jackass. It's a turkey burger. Well, you know what? Now I'm scared if you go get it, you're gonna fuck it up and do something to it. It's a turkey burger.
They are having a half-off sale on turkey burgers at Macy's. So you're fucking lucky today, Rich.
I don't know the place they're gonna cook it.
This confidence.
What do you want me to get? The post office.
Weird.
Give me a great salad. Get the post office.
Okay, so
you're getting a little too cocky. We're gonna have to knock you down a few notches.
Oh, really? Just give me another hour here. I'm sure it's gonna happen.
He really did get freed up when he came over here.
Yeah,
though.
it's a little strange.
Seriously, no, you came alive when you could curse.
Yeah.
Holy toast.
So we got Voss has that rim shot voice at the end of sentences sometimes. give me another hour here, maybe it'll happen. And then he just waits on it.
Why don't you sing that? Sing that bit.
Why would I say?
Shut up, guitar act.
Why would I?
Let the comics introduce.
You know, I
their
haven't
next
even
guest.
seen enough of Mike's act to make fun of him, though.
Well,
Seriously.
of course. Who is going to do that long?
No, I don't know. I'm not saying it. I don't
Oh, what a career this man over here.
Yeah,
I know he does. He's a marketing genius.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I play a song on the guitar, and I have a couple songs.
When you're done, do you go da-da?
No.
What happened to him? He's done? Oh, he's now calling back in 20 minutes? Yeah. Fuck Leslie Nielsen.
20 minutes.
20 minutes? Well, I'll be on the highway.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Call me in my car.
He might not be around for 20 minutes.
Hey.
Is
Guy
that
did
an
it
old
right for
joke?
himself. He'll have a nicer casket than you.
At the end of all my
Nicer casket.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Look at all the beautiful fucking. Even the weather women would fuck her.
Nah, she's ugly. That one.
She's a skank.
Fox
You're right.
News. Ugh.
Looks like I'm not gonna say
Janice
it.
Dean, right? Or Janice Dean, sorry.
But do you ever
Janice
put on
Dean.
like the Weather Channel in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
Fucking what the unbelievable.
And then they try to get also hot finance chicks. That seemed to be a thing.
Dude,
like,
watch.
I like Bartolo, whatever the fucking.
Yeah. Maria Bartiromo was like the first one. They
she got
calling her
lips.
the money honey.
Yeah,
And then they decided, well, if that worked, let's just whatever finance shit we get on whatever channel, we'll get a hot chick to do it.
Dude,
I'd like to
but
make
then
a
you get the
deposit
broad
in her
that
ass.
looks like fucking Greta Van Suskin that looks like Mary Jo
Suskin. Greta Van Suskin.
Fucking name. What's her name?
David Susskind.
What's her name? All I know is she looks like fucking Mary Jo.
Yeah, she does.
And the other one
And another kid was lost today.
Greta Van
pumpkin patch.
Who's the other one that looks like the piggy, Miss Piggy?
What? Hey,
Miss Pigley.
No, Fox has a bunch of smoking blondes. Yeah.
2 words: Spanish news. for hot broads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea what they're saying, but they look
No,
good
it doesn't
saying
matter. Absolutely.
I was just in Los Angeles. A lot of attractive women.
Were you shooting a pilot there for CBS?
Yeah, I actually didn't mention that on the show yet, but yes, I was.
No, on the other show you did.
Yeah, I did.
I brought it up. As long as you come back here and announce when it's canceled.
During commercial.
That's all I'm asking, Mike. That's all I ask.
During
I want you to
commercial.
come back here and be smudge your name.
Oh, God.
For the same.
Yeah, you're right, man. We all brag about it. I mean, we get to play that game now. Brag about a pilot and never mention, well, it was never picked up well.
I'm not even bragging.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm busting your ball. I couldn't be happier for you, Mike.
Why don't you look in the paper there? Nick?
Well, I'm happy an Italian guy gets. Go ahead.
Maybe
I can get a part.
A lot of attractive women in Los Angeles. And this isn't a joke. I'm not looking for fucking I'm not looking for you to jump down my throat that it wasn't funny
leave me alone,
enough.
Rich.
I'm not that kind of comment.
It's just a story. I've never
Yeah.
seen Rich Voss focus so much in my life.
'Cause
Every
he looks
time
me in
Mike
the eye.
starts talking, you
learn now.
stand.
When someone looks you in the eye, you look him right back in the eye. He's looking me
Yeah,
in the eye.
but we can see the hate. You're right. You're ready
There's
to
no
pounce
fucking,
on
I
him.
really don't. Are you kidding me? There's
He's gonna
no
tell a
fucking
nice
hatred.
story
He's
that you're
gonna
never
tell a
gonna
story
relate
about
to.
pretty
So go
girls
ahead.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You'll know it's a joke because at the end of it, I'll go just like you.
Okay. Or, ta-da.
I don't know. He was a tough little prick.
Hold on. Getting back to Nick, people are helping us out. John in Virginia, Opie, I agree. Watch Premier or Primer Impacto for hot Spanish news chicks.
Yeah.
Primer? Premier? They just spelling it? All right. Premier Impacto.
Yeah.
But Mike, back to you.
No, Los Angeles. I don't know if you
In
guys
between shooting pilots, what happened?
Obviously, a lot of attractive women. It's like everybody always says that, but a lot of used to be attractive women.
That's right.
A lot. It's kind of like like greyhounds left out to pasture who don't run anymore, and they're like, I used to be fast. You know, a lot of that. That's not a joke I
He'll now
wrote.
be
That's
giving
just an
150
observation.
DVDs
No, you can't
away.
do that.
When? Sunday at Caroline's?
Sunday at
You see what he
Caroline's.
did there?
It's free DVD night.
He put out a disclaimer. This isn't a joke, but he really,
he
like,
really
maybe
was.
I'll get a laugh on it anyway.
No, but
you kind of hedge your bets, motherfucker.
I
That's
did
cheating.
it. I did it.
That Richard Jennings
Right?
stuff got to you.
That was a joke. That was a joke. He was
That's
disguising
sunk
it
in.
as a story
It wasn't a
to
joke.
save
It wasn't
yourself
a
in
joke.
case.
He just didn't want me to jump
Well, it
in.
was an analogy about L.A. chicks. Please, don't tell me you didn't do that on stage when you were in L.A. once.
He didn't want me to jump in and go, ooh, here comes the joke.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh.
I'll tell you why it wasn't a joke.
Just no one laughed.
Silence? That was the first hint. I'm no detective. But maybe there's 70,000 crickets in my fucking neck.
Look, you guys, I got a cell phone. If we want to do this a different way, that's fine with me.
I don't know what that means, but go ahead.
No, but you know it wasn't a written joke because I don't fucking greyhounds don't go out to pasture. Isn't that cows?
Not pasture, I wouldn't
don't
think.
even
No,
know.
out to
I would have
stud.
thought it through. I write
out to
jokes.
humps.
Yeah, I know you
Rich,
would've mislead.
Rich doesn't understand this.
25
but like, I
years,
would've-
I'm a legend.
I
He
Shut
went
up
on, Googled
and go-
fucking greyhounds to
All right.
pasture.
25 years.
25
I'm a
years
legend.
of pure legends.
Of what?
Me.
Rich was one of the first guys I opened
Wait,
for.
when we did
Really?
you where?
Yeah. Rascals. You don't
Get out
remember
of here.
it. Yeah.
Well, why would I remember it?
Hey,
I barely
People get
remember
ripped
you
off
now.
that night.
Rich Voss says he's a legend. Google Rich Voss. I want to see how many.
Where's this legend come
Might
up?
as well Google Jew cab driver.
Rich Voss legend.
But what do you mean Google? What does that mean? What are you looking
Voss
for?
Google. Just
Oh,
Rich
look at little kids beating each other up.
No, not even Rich.
Wait,
I love
look
it.
up Rich Voss.
Kevin
and
Meaney's watching this
look
and
up
jerking
Rich
off.
Voss and Legend.
All right, go back.
Rascals, which one? Down.
Ocean.
Rich Voss.
Well, just Rich Voss.
Every reference will be from the Opie and Anthony show,
That's not
by
true.
the way.
Rich Voss. Just not the legend.
No?
That's it. Oh, that is it. Okay.
That's all?
251,000 mentions on the web.
Let's go to Mike Birbiglia, see what we
Yeah,
got.
let's go to Mike Birbiglia.
250 what?
But there's Rich Vosses that are like mechanics and stuff that
No,
you
there
get
fucking
confused
isn't.
with.
They spell it with 2 S's.
Oh, this is how we judge who's the best comic now? Fucking unfucking believable.
I know.
Put in fucking Lenny
Wait,
Bruce, you
how-
get 50 hits, so
how
I
much-
guess he sucked.
How much was Voss?
Voss apparently has 3,000 more hits.
Look at these little kids beating the fuck out of each other.
You had 3,000 more
Links or whatever.
web views, whatever, than Mike Birbiglia.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not competing
Break
with
that
Mike
kid's neck.
Birbiglia, okay? Because I don't do that kind of stuff. That's how you guys act in here. I have no. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy I won.
You're like English as a second language, boss. You're like, that's how you act in here.
English is a second. He looks good for his age, though. Boss looks good for his fucking age.
Oh, he does. That's what I was saying on the way over. I don't know how you stay so thin. You're a fit,
I don't eat
you're
like
a fit
you.
guy. I know. It's true.
I don't cover the pain with food.
I agree.
He's on the tumor.
Wait till this gets drained. I'm going to lose 2 more pounds.
No, you're going to blow up. It's probably... Oh, look. This is fun.
Should we go with Richard Jenny on the Google? What does the Google say about Richard Jenny?
I got 250,000 people. Fuck. I can't fucking sell out 20 seats.
Oh, Richard Jenny's going down a little bit. Less than 200,000.
Street teams. I'm doing that. I'm doing that fucking free giveaway. I'm just going to do bumper stickers, though. Fuck DVDs. I know the struggle bumper stickers I still have left over.
Bonnie McFarlane keychains.
Rich, Brian from St. Louis, he Googled your name, and this is what came back. Tight short wearing dick sucker for crack.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. They weren't tight shorts. They were very loose, and you could see the tip.
You could see, like, what, a pocket?
See the tip. Was it a $50 bill?
And the tip of your penis. Where's Leslie Nielsen?
What?
Well, we're waiting for Leslie. We could do
He's
some.
in the lobby. Somebody's performing CPR on him in an elevator.
We could do some Arnold audio that's been sitting here. We could do a little cleanup here.
Yeah.
It is Friday.
Do you guys ever get tempted to be really nice to your guests?
No.
Tempted.
No, we used to be a dick to everybody, and then all of a sudden we're like, why isn't anyone coming on our show?
Yeah, we had no. And then we started having no guests.
And it was starting to affect the radio show.
So my audiences.
We had to kind of like rethink it.
What do you think you lose quicker, guests or affiliates?
Oh.
Not bad, Voss. Voss got a nice claim on him. That would have worked over at the other station.
Yeah. Oh, that one hurts, actually.
Damn.
Very good, Rich.
Had a good comeback for that, but you floored us. Jesus. Fuck.
The greatest feeling you can get in a gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can get in a gym, is the pump. Let's say you train your biceps. Blood is rushing into your muscles, and that's what we call the pump. Your muscles get a really tight feeling, like your skin is going to explode any minute. You know, it's really tight. It's like somebody blowing air into your muscle. It just blows up, and it feels different. It feels fantastic. It's as satisfying to me as coming is. You know, as having sex with a woman and coming.
Wow.
So can you believe how much I am in heaven? I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people. I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific.
How can
right?
we get this guy in public office?
Is that amazing?
Yeah, that's great.
That's
coming.
By the way, because Rich, you started this. If you put in Rich Voss legend, because you said that right, 4,600 views come up on the Google. 4,630. Mike Birbiglia legend, 54,100. My friend.
But what is? I don't understand.
What is legend?
You said Rich Voss legend. That you're a legend.
Yes, I am.
All of those are actually links for John Legend CDs.
Yes, probably.
I am legend.
And I think we got one more Arnold clip here somewhere. Where?
No, I think I put it away. I think it's the same one.
Oh, it was the same one? All right. That killed a minute.
God, this fucking burned.
Killed a minute.
We know
It's
not
a lot of radio.
We know,
You guys do this every fucking day.
we know not to fuck with Leslie Nielsen again.
Well,
Yeah, really.
We paid the price.
We penciled him in for this bit, and now you have to, make it up.
Well, let's clean up more stuff. There's plenty of stuff to clean up. I like the Arnold Cumming clip. That was funny.
All right.
Stood on its own.
We have.
Is it raining?
Did you hear what we did to Rich Voss? This is worth one more play.
Yeah.
We
You made him a name in the tri-state area.
Try. Why are you giving me 3?
Being nice. That's what I do. I'm nice to comics, so they turn on me.
Rich was talking about his acting chops, so we set up a
Chaz Palminteri?
Set up a little bit where we were going to have Rich do an acting scene. With who? Jim Norton, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing, too.
And he was going to read from A Bronx Tale.
It really hurt his
But
career,
we were
right?
saying how fucking hard it is to audition. It's the worst.
Oh,
when you
it's
go on
awful.
It's fucking horrible.
3 fags looking at you.
I know. Jesus. You never feel comfortable coming out of one. So go ahead. You can do it. But all I know is
Can I?
I'm sorry.
Good thing you cleared that with Rich first. So, the fuck are you, the GM of this shithole?
Well, he doesn't
All right,
know.
you're gonna do a live read in 5 minutes. Cialis.
He is way too cocky today, man. Oh,
Voss is feeling his oats.
I'm going to let you have your day, though. Because it's going to make the beating next time you're in that much better, man.
Yeah, you're gonna be down in the lobby calling in. Tortured.
So we set up a scene that you were going to do it with Norton from A Bronx Tale. At the last minute, we did a switcheroo, surprised you with Chaz Palminteri. He walked right through that door, and fucking Voss almost shit himself.
That's hilarious.
Because I didn't even have to. You don't have time to fucking learn the scene. You know, they just hand you the paper and do the fucking scene. You know.
Where's that fire? Please don't tell me in the sawmill.
You just start looking and going, I got to get out of here. There's going to be traffic.
Tanker explodes in Massachusetts.
Is it Mass? My dad drives an old tank of Massachusetts.
Wow, you talk about a strike. Well, that wasn't. That was.
I have never heard silence like that. And I've been in the woods camping, fucking by myself in fucking Maine. Holy shit!
Were you broadcasting?
Oh my god!
What?
I missed that.
He goes, what were you broadcasting? Leave him alone.
Oh, that is great.
I'm trying to get.
Holy
he knocked him out. He's over there. He's knocked out. Oh, that one hurt Nick. That hurt. That one hurt him a little bit, Rich.
This is just fucking brutalization today. I know. It's fucking fantastic.
Rich Voss gay, by the way. 715,000 links on Google. Wow. All right, so I don't know. The guys put this together, Derek and Steve, from that fine bit we did where we surprised you.
Megan Kendall.
Robert De Niro.
It's not what you say, it's what he sees.
In his directorial debut.
We can't accept that.
Starring Chaz Palminteri.
I didn't give you, I gave you your son.
And Rich Voss.
Louie, Beans, I want my money.
A Bronx Tale.
Beans, you can't dodge me forever.
Come on, what are you doing about? What are you yelling about, huh?
John, I got a problem with this guy over here. Louie Beans, this guy owes me 20, and it's been 2 weeks now, and every time he sees me, he keeps dodging me, John. Should I crack him one or what?
The struggle of an idiotic Jewish comedian stammering his way through a few lines of film dialogue with a genuine Hollywood actor.
Listen, see, sometimes violence is not the answer. Is he a good friend of yours or not?
Nah, John, I don't even like him.
Well, there's your answer right there. Look at it this way. It costs you $20 to get rid of him. He's never going to ask you for money again. He's never going to bother you again. He's out of your life for $20. Come on, you got him cheap.
You're right, John. You're always right.
A Bronx Tale.
How do you know the right answer all the time, Johnny?
Well, I try to keep my eyes and ears open all the time, and I read.
You read?
Yeah, I read. Come on. Come on, let's go to Mario's next door and get something to eat.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That's a fantasy.
But you know what?
That's kind of cool, I think. That's like doing, like, what, fantasy baseball down in with the old timers?
These guys were smashing me as we did it. We did it a couple times. And I fucking, like an idiot, look at... He's reading from the paper, and they're smashing my bad acting. I go, he's not even looking at me. He's not connecting with me. So I'm basically calling him a bad actor as he's fucking doing it.
Chaz Palminteri.
He's not giving me anything.
Hey, I know. Really fast. The Google thing has a wonderful ending, by the way.
Oh,
I knew it couldn't be. I knew it couldn't work out in Voss's favor. So what? Rich Voss has more Google hits or views, whatever, than Mike Birbiglia by what? 3,000?
Yeah.
Right.
No,
and you were feeling good about that, right?
I don't care about Google hits.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
saw it on your face, Rich.
No, I didn't. No, I don't.
Secretly, you were very happy
His
that people
brother
care
works
about
for
you.
him. I don't have anybody working for me.
Why are you squashing what he's about to say
Yes,
before he's going to say it?
He's going to smash me. I know.
Yeah, who cares? Take it.
Take it. I've taken it for
Rich,
6 years. You've been
take
here
it.
twice. Go